Everyone, this is Mopbot and welcome to my upgraded semi-auto tree farm tutorial. What you see behind me is the entire contraption, not terribly hard to build and clearly resembling the old tree farm that I've done, which you can find a link to down in the description below as well as in the cards at the end, and there might be a pop-up on the screen as well. But this definitely is compacted, it's much simpler, taking advantage of a couple other features that I didn't have available at the time. And it definitely does work the same way, so not losing anything like that, just much easier to build and kind of a lot easier to understand what's going on here. So anyway, when you have this lever flicked, this redstone's going to start blinking, which is going to power this dispenser. You would fill that with bone meal, so you'd sit here with a sapling, and as soon as that grows, it's going to turn into a log, which is going to power the entire contraption. So if we just simulate that by putting that down there, you'll see the pistons come out, grab it, and push it off. And then when this line gets all the way out here, and of course it'll be going up as well, it's going to do that and get pushed off into a big block over here, which is then going to be broken up by you with an axe. And we come over here, and we have the dimensions 21 by 8 by 7, so that's 21 across here, 8 going back, and then 7 going up. And in here, we have all the resources you will need: 60 pistons, 13 sticky pistons, a dispenser, an observer block, dirt, that's to grow the sapling on. You got a block of redstone, 2 redstone torches, a lever, 20 redstone repeaters, a stack plus 12 of redstone dust, and then some blocks and some half slabs to work with. And you will need to use half slabs where I use them. If you come along the back here, you can see they're up against some pistons, and you don't want to be powering them with whole blocks. So to start, you want to have the dirt block that you're going to be growing the saplings on come off one block here, put redstone dust on top of a redstone block, and then you're going to come off in the other direction, and this is going to be running into the contraption. You want a repeater, set that to the default tick so that whenever your sapling grows into a tree, that will power. But we want to then dispense some bone meal onto that sapling. So right here you want a dispenser facing into where that sapling will be grown, and in here you would fill it up with bone meal, and then we're going to create a clock to keep that running. So a block off the back of that, a block to the left with a lever on top of that, and then come down in the corner of those 2 blocks like so, place a piece of redstone dust on top of that, and then come down here, and on this block on both faces you want to place redstone torches. So those will start blinking, that's going to start going like that, and then you can go ahead and turn that off, and then it will completely stop, and this will no longer keep dispensing bone meal. Then to create the grabbing and pushing mechanism, you want to skip 2 blocks from the dirt and then come up 1. You've got a sticky piston facing into where that sapling will be grown, another piston behind that facing in the same direction, and you need 6 of those going up. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then you're going to want to come off the side like so, and have another 6 pistons going up, so you get that nice corner with the sticky pistons. And this is going to push it all against the big wall of pistons that puts it into a big block off in that direction. And if we come back around here, then you need to create a line of wood going up, and this has to be the same type of wood as whatever you will be growing over here. Otherwise, that sapling will not turn into a tree and nothing's going to work. So this also then powers the pistons right here once we get redstone running around the back. Now for the redstone, we're going to run that repeater from before into a 3x3 of blocks, and then you're going to punch out the bottom left, so that's the one closest to that redstone block from before. Place an upward facing sticky piston with a block on top of that. That's going to create a monostable circuit. You then want to come out the back of that and run a 4-tick repeater into dust. That goes all the way along the back there, and then turn so you're facing toward where the pistons are. We're going to place 2 repeaters like so. First one on 4, next one on 2. And then we're going to come up a block in the middle, place dust on top of that, dust over on that extra block here, and we don't want those to connect, so we're going to place another block on top of that, and that'll cut off the signal between the 2. Then for the next chunk, you're going to have a little donut shape like so. So it's a 3x3 with an empty block there in the middle, and we're going to come out over here from this redstone line we had before, place redstone dust, a repeater, leave that on 1 tick, and then bring dust all the way around here. And then here you're going to come up a block, then with a repeater set that to 4 ticks, that'll be going into the bottom piston here. 2 more blocks over here, then with repeaters running into these pistons here. Left one's going to be set to 2 ticks, and the right one will then be set to 4 ticks. And then from that redstone line, we're going to come around the back with half slabs, going all the way over to the wood and placing dust on top of each one of those blocks so that it doesn't power any of the pistons until it gets to the end, and it can power the piston that will be next to the wood once this back one is extended. The next layer above that is going to have a whole bunch of repeaters, but first we want to come out from this piston 3 blocks so that we get this little T shape with that block from before. You then want to come out 3 more like so, and then come out 2 from that piston, and then fill in that corner right there. So you kind of get the square combined with that big old rectangle, and then we want repeater here and here, left 1 to 2, right 1 to 4 again, same as the layer below. But then when we come back here facing the opposite direction, in the middle, that repeater is going to be set to 3 ticks, and then we're going to have 2 repeaters running into this piston. That is the regular piston. Both of these repeaters are going to be on 4 ticks, and then fill in the rest of the area with dust. And same dealio as earlier, we're going to come off of that redstone line like so with a half slab, bring that around here, over into the wood, bring dust all the way across, and then this needs to connect to the layer below it with a redstone ladder. So we're going to come out like that, and then down, break rows, and then we get this little ladder going up. So you can see it connects there, goes up to here, and then connects right back up to here. And it does connect to both these redstone lines, but that is not an issue at all. And then the top layer is an exact replica of the layer below it. So then for the big wall of pistons, you want to skip 2 blocks from that half slab that's looking into the oak wood right there. It's 9 pistons going across, 6 pistons going up for a total of 54 pistons. Then come out the side here, and you want to place an observer block so that its face is facing that feed of wood coming in here. Place a block along the back. That's going to come down 1 into a repeater. Set that to 3 ticks. That'll go up into a block. And then come over 2 more and down 2. You get this little 3x2 dust along the top, down 1, repeater, set that to 4 ticks so that whenever it's powered, it's going to lock that repeater there. Need to place 3 lines of blocks. The first one will be on the second row of pistons, then the 4th and the 6th. Those go all the way across, no repeaters, all dust on top of each one of those. We then come off the end closer to the redstone that we were just working on, have slabs on the top on each one, each have dust, and then we're going to create another ladder. So we come down like that, down 1 more, over, we can place dust on top of that, the redstone signal goes up to this level, and then the same thing over here. If we come down, like so, block right there, and then if we place dust on that, and we come over here and we place a block right here, you'll see that the whole wall fires out and pushes this, so we would get 1 big block when using the machine. I hope you all find this useful. Go ahead and subscribe for more, and also check out the original design if you are curious as to just how I have improved this, and I'll see y'all next time.